Can the power of general-purpose programming be harnessed with the ease of direct manipulation? Could we specify programs just by manipulating their output? A first step towards this goal was the Sketch & Sketch vector graphics editor. In Sketch & Sketch, a user composes a program that generates an SVG picture. When the user manipulates the output shapes on the canvas, Sketch & Sketch updates constants in the program to match. In this work, we extended Sketch & Sketch with new interactions, namely shape drawing, specifying feature relations, and abstracting groups of shapes. With these new interactions, programs can be created with fewer or no code edits, but when needed, the user still retains access to the full power of a general-purpose programming language. We added drawing tools to Sketch & Sketch, allowing users to draw desired shapes instead of manually writing code. New shape definitions are inserted into the top level of the program. Each definition includes variable names for clarity. Shapes are parameterized in terms of a left, top, right, bottom bounding box. A programmatic system lets users encode arbitrary constraints between objects. Consider this scenario. To create the handle of a coffee mug, say the user wants these two ellipses to be concentric and wants the inner ellipse to be 20% smaller than the outer. The larger ellipse's parameters are not in scope where the inner ellipse is defined. The user must first lift the needed variables to a higher scope, then the user can define the inner ellipse in terms of the outer. The user has manually constrained the inner ellipse to be 80% the width of the outer ellipse. To speed up this process, we implemented an interaction to automatically lift the needed variables. The user selects the features to relate, then presses Dig Hole. All values that affected those features are lifted and stand ready to be redefined, as if a hole has been dug in the code that the user can fill in with the desired relationship. Some shape features, such as the radii in this case, are calculated from more primitive parameters. Dig also provides template code for these derived features. Using the value of the derived feature is a simple copy-paste operation. When satisfied, the user presses Clean Up to automatically remove unnecessary code. Dig automates variable lifting but requires the user to fill in the relationship. For common relationships, the filling can be automated. We implemented a Make Equal interaction to automatically align selected features. A solver figures out how to redefine the parameters and automatically modifies the program. Non-spatial features can also be equalized. To make the handle the same color as the body of the mug, the user selects both color sliders and equalizes them. The user believes the coffee isn't hot enough yet and wants to add more steam. We implemented a duplicate functionality, available with the dupe button. In the code, the appropriate top-level definition is duplicated. The program now has several copies of similar code. To remedy this, we implemented basic merge functionality. In the code, the definitions are combined into a single function. Based on a simple syntactic comparison, any constants that differed between the definitions become function arguments. Now that the coffee is hot, the user wants to duplicate the entire mug. We added a grouping interaction to Sketch & Sketch. The user selects the desired shapes and presses Group. The shapes are gathered into a single definition. The parameters of the original shapes are redefined in terms of a bounding box for the entire group. To redraw the same mug in a different place, the user should turn this definition into a function. We added an abstract functionality to create an abstraction in a single step. The automatically generated abstraction has left, top, right, bottom bounds as a final parameter, which we exploit to allow the user to easily place new copies of this shape on the canvas with the Lambda tool. Caffeine overdose. The new drawing, relating, and grouping interactions we added to Sketch & Sketch further realize the vision of seamlessly combining programmatic and direct manipulation.